Welcome back to the garage. Or if you're new to the channel and this is the first video of mine that you've seen, welcome to the garage. My name is Zane. In the last update video, I briefly went over this little dozer here and there was some positive response. People thought it was a really neat machine and would like to see it being worked on. So in today's video, what do you say we get a little bit of work done to this Case 450 with a 6-way blade. Hopefully you can sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. I wanted to briefly mention at the beginning of this video, this machine actually does start up and run. I'm not trying to spoil the video, I just don't want anybody to think this is a first start or anything like that. The machine is set for quite a while, but it does start up and run. My dad even drove it onto the equipment trailer that we have to bring it home. I think today's video is going to focus on doing a basic tune-up to this little machine, plugs and wires and whatnot. I may even start it up at the end of the video and try to show you how this dozer blade actually does operate. So let's get the camera set up and we'll get to work. I carried some tools and parts down here. There has been a little bit of work done to this off camera. My dad was pretty excited to start using this machine, and so I'll try to explain some of the stuff that's been done. The first of which, the positive wire that runs up to the coil was in bad shape. It was actually spliced already, so he cut it back here. I got to run a new wire up to it. The coil was facing downward and it was almost touching the distributor cap, kind of making it impossible to take the cap off of there and clean the points up. So I got to make a new wire to go to it. The positive side, you can also see the negative side here, is in horrendous shape. So I got to make one for it too. Got some heat shrink tubing and some wire down here, so let's get to work on that. I haven't reviewed the footage yet, but I would almost guarantee that I did not get any of that on film. Very tight quarters in here. It's hard to get the camera to where you're looking at something other than the back of my arm. But you can see I've got both of the wires made. I've got some heat shrink ring terminals with heat shrink over them as well. They run down here, zip tied out of the way. We've got a heat shrink butt connector with also a piece of heat shrink over it. I think it will do the job. I'm not one for soldering. Wiring is not my forte by any means, and you got to remember, this is just a little dozer. I mean, it's not like we're working on grandma's Mercedes-Benz here. So the next order of business is to get these plugs and wires changed. The next thing to do is replace the spark plugs in the cylinder head. I'm going to do them one at a time, and I'll just snap the old spark plug wire on it just to keep track of the firing order. Then whenever I put the cap on here, that's when we'll break the new spark plug wires out. Let me set the camera up, get a socket and a ratchet, and we'll get these spark plugs out of the head. I've got all 4 of the new spark plugs in. Here are the old ones. And they really don't look bad at all. I probably wouldn't have need to have changed them, but it's nice that I found them. I had them already, threw them in there. I took my feeler gauge, double checked the new ones just to make sure. Now that the spark plugs are in there, it's time to turn the attention towards the distributor cap. Let me try my best to get this on camera. I'm not sure if it will pick it up or not. But the points are wore down. They only have about half of the material they should. So for a perspective, this is what they should look like. And the points that are down inside of there have about half the thickness. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in off camera. It's such tight quarters in here, I can't really get it on film, unfortunately.